Starting today, more South Florida patients will have to endure being in the hospital with less support. The increase in COVID cases is now forcing Broward Health to severely restrict visitors. Patients will only be allowed one designated visitor per day. Children will only be allowed to have their parents with them. Jackson Memorial Hospital has also begun strict new visitor rules too. CBS 4's Lauren Pastrana has more on the warning from healthcare professionals as cases surge.
If you're somebody who's fully vaccinated, take a little breath here. You're still really well protected by this vaccine, and you can do a lot of stuff that you couldn't have done 6 months ago. But for those who are not vaccinated, this is becoming a pandemic that has you in its sights.
Hard to say it any clearer than Dr. Francis Collins, the director of the National Institutes of Health. And some Republicans are now trying to get that message to their supporters.
Everyone should be vaccinated. There's no reason not to be vaccinated. I'm vaccinated.
Senator Marco Rubio has a good reason to encourage vaccination. Florida has become an epicenter of the highly transmissible Delta variant of the virus. It now accounts for around 83% of new infections across the country. And this remains a partisan issue. A recent CBS News poll found Republicans are far more likely than Democrats to say they will not get vaccinated.
It's been pretty difficult. My unit was converted to a COVID ICU unit last January, so we've been dealing with this for about a year and a half now.
Memorial Regional Hospital COVID ICU nurse Allie Adams says her work has been particularly challenging.
We thought all the case numbers were going down.
But the number of COVID patients this month at Memorial Healthcare has jumped from 94 to 234 people. Most are not vaccinated and are young. Nurse Christine Giannatino also carefully suits up in this PPE for her shift inside Memorial Regional.
It's been very stressful on us since the beginning. I think initially we weren't expecting the severity of it. Also, just the unknown was pretty stressful for us.
The sentiments are shared by these two nurses and a medical assistant from the Miami Transplant Institute in the Jackson Health System, where the number of COVID patients has jumped from 66 to 143 people in 2 weeks. Most are not vaccinated.
The stress level for it is absolutely high. You know, we thought it would be over, and then all of a sudden the rates are right back up again. It's like we started at square one all over again. It's tough because you're being exposed every day to COVID, and then you have to go home to your family. And sometimes you go home, you have to undress in front of your home so you don't expose everybody.
But some will continue to refuse the vaccine. Even this man who got such a bad case of COVID, he ended up in the hospital.
Am I going to get a vaccine? No.
Why not?
Because there's too many issues with these vaccines.
Lauren Pastrana, CBS 4 This Morning.